There we go. Up and running. Just wait for a few people to get in. Sorry, well, it's not slightly late to be fair. We're bang on time, but I'm probably like a few seconds out of 6:30. Hello to everyone. Hope we are all well. Welcome to everyone in the chat. Yeah, basically, I thought I'd get in a quick, sneaky bit of streaming today before the Champions League fixtures, because let's face it, we kind of always want to watch the Champions League, really, don't you? It's always good fun, especially when it's Spurs tonight. I'm sure they'll probably go out, but if they don't, then fair play to them. I've never seen an injury list quite like it, in all fairness. I have to feel for Mourinho a little bit. Let me know what the quality of the stream is like. It seems okay at the moment, so long may that continue. I hope that you are all keeping well and safe. Today it's just more of the same really from Rangers, you'd hope anyway. We have won every single game we have played domestically so far this year, apart from the Betfred Second Cup against St Mirren. Today we're going to have an Old Firm derby. It is here, the 22nd. It will be the third game of the stream away at Celtic Park. It is going to be a massive game in the context of the season. But annoyingly, we come back when we actually have an international break. So I have plenty we have plenty to chat about in the interim while I cycle through the next few days. I would set up the training and everything, but I mean, what's the point, really, to be fair? Transfer window is also just closed. We made some transfers at the end of the last episode, if memory serves. So we're doing alright, really, to be fair. That it couldn't have been a better start to the save than it has been. I'm pretty content. I hope everyone else is. Let me know what you're up to in the chat. What are we all doing with our Tuesday evening, other than obviously watching the stream? I'm sorry that's at a bit of a weird time. I would do it later, but I've obviously got to also do my Arsenal save. I've got lots of editing to do, lots of work to do. There's plenty to do really in the interim. Do I keep Ryan Jack in? I'm going to take Ryan Jack out for the time being, and I'm going to bring James Garner in just because... Oh, I can't. Okay, so Ryan Jack's definitely in. We'll bring James... Oh, no, I can't do that either. Interesting. Well, we'll just have to confirm what we had before, and then I'm stuck with the regulations. It's a bit of a pain. That's going to cause problems. I can tell people are going to get annoyed. I know, Greedy, mate. Absolutely insane scenes. Insane scenes. Thank you for watching the stream as well, mate. I'm hoping a few more people will obviously tune in. I know it's a bit of a weird time on Tuesday at 6:30, and quite a few people are having dinner and getting ready for the football tonight or whatever, but it's the only time I can really do it this week, and I don't want to lose the momentum of this save. So I'm hoping that you're all enjoying it. If you have watched the Arsenal video, go watch it. It's absolutely beauty, today's one, and I've done a good intro for tomorrow's, because I've gone through the entire summer transfer window. Just as a bit of a spoiler, I've gone through it all. I've signed a few players. I'm pretty excited about the next season, which will be the final season. So I'm hoping that you guys will obviously enjoy it tomorrow. I've done a little bit of a good mockumentary one. I'm hoping that you'll enjoy the intro tomorrow. It's probably the most creative one I've done in a while, because I feel like I've not really had enough time to do the proper creative ones like I did at the start of the save. So I'm hoping that you guys will enjoy it. How is the state of the stream, everyone? Is it alright? I'm seeing some bufferage going on, which never makes me feel particularly quite confident about how we're getting on. So I'm going to quickly have a look at my old output and see if I can sort it out. Let's go. Just trying to sort out the bit rate. I'm hoping that the actual rest of the stream will catch up and it'll be alright. Yeah, the stream's lagging. Yeah, I had a feeling it might be at the moment, mate. I'm not sure if that's the thing. It usually takes it a little while just to calm itself down a little bit. So I'm just trying to get the output sorted out. Once I've got that sorted out, we should be golden. So I'm keeping an eye on it. Apparently the actual stream bit at my end is okay. So it's probably just the internet connection, which is a little bit annoying. But it is 6:30. I suppose it's prime time, isn't it, at the same time. So... hopefully you guys can still hear me and it won't affect anything, because let's be fair, at the moment we're not having any gameplay, are we? We're literally just cycling through the days until we get our next fixture, so I'm hoping that it won't cause too many issues and it'll be ready by the Motherwell game. Yeah, like I said, unfortunately can't do much about it at the moment. Doing my best to sort it out, because we all want to see my beautiful face. I jest, obviously, there's nothing particularly gorgeous about it. It's just the hair as well, guys, like, is next level at the moment. We're talking full on, like, kind of floppy surfer hair as it stands, and I don't know when I'm going to get it cut. So at the moment, you're just going to have to bear with. I might end up looking a bit like Rick out of The Walking Dead in Season 5. Anyone that hasn't seen Walking Dead, spoilers. But, you know, he's the main character, so you should be fine. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, stream. Work with me here, please. Work with me, work with me, work with me. We're playing Motherwell, and they're like nearly bottom of the table, I think. Because there's only 12 teams in the Scottish Premier League, isn't there? And they are currently in 11th, so they're second from bottom. Does the Scottish League still separate into 2 tables at the end of the season? Like 2 groups? Can you let me know in the comment section? In the live chat. I'm pretty sure that it does, but I'm not 100% sure. Ah, there we go. Oh, I had it back. It said it was green, and it said that the stream was good, and now it's just gone back to being absolutely catastrophically bad. So that's always good. Thanks. Thanks, YouTube. Thank you for that. Shouldn't blame YouTube. It's not YouTube's fault. Apparently, it's my shocking internet. Okay, it still does. Alright, thanks, Greedy Mate. I had a feeling it did, but I don't really know how that worked. It's the top 6 and the bottom 6, isn't it? And then what happens? Do you all just play one more round of fixtures against each other again, and then that kind of goes towards the save? Is that, or goes towards the league? Is that right? Or does it become like some sort of like separate league, and then it's like whoever just does the best in that last 5 games or so? Do you know what I mean? Am I making any sense? Or is it literally just the tally of the entire league put together, but for some reason you just play against the top half for the last 5 games or so? Oh, even the stream is annoying me now because I can see how laggy it is in the background, and it's very irritating. What if I go up to that? If I go up to that, is that any better? Is that any worse? I don't know. I don't know. The second one. So it all adds up to the league in general, so it doesn't become its own separate league. Or is it? So it's a separate league of the top 6, and then whoever just does the best out of those last ones is the winner. Yeah. So it doesn't take into account the rest of the season, is what I'm getting at. Oh, why has James Tavernier had to get flipping injured before this? This isn't what I needed. Right, this stream is doing my absolute nut in here. Come on, be better. Right, we'll go down to that. Come on. Work with me here, baby. Come on, you can do this. I believe. Separate leagues. Right. Okay, well that makes me feel a lot better. So, basically... Oh, actually, that makes me feel shit. You know why? Because you know what I'm like in the last 10 games of any season. I'm absolutely terrible. I'm more likely to finish bottom of that group than I am to win the damn thing. So that's just... Oh, God. That's filled me with a bit of trepidation. So basically, I can be shite the whole way through, but make sure I'm in the top 6 and then win it at the end. That's got to be the plan, basically, hasn't it? Really, if it's me. Why is the video output so low? Because I can see how bloody laggy it is. I'm really sorry, everyone, about the lag. It's annoying me. God, we've got Slavia Prague in this as well. So yeah, we're starting our Europa League campaign like properly. We started it back in flipping January, it feels like. Right, well, with that in mind then, I'm going to get a few more players on the bench. I'm going to get Stephen Davis in, though. So what we'll do today is we'll line up with our main... We'll go with the main lineup, actually. I'm going to take Patterson on, bring him on for Tavernier. So we've got Patterson, Goldson, Helander, Taylor, McGregor, as well as in the at the back there in goal. And you've got Kamara, Haribo, Kent, Davis, Ojo, and forget Haribo, right? We all know that his name is Haribo, so I'm just going to have to nickname him Haribo. It's either that or Star Mix. I can't call him Tangfastic and have him like running around in the middle of the park. It just wouldn't work. Oh, right, okay. So the actual tally of the entire season does actually count towards it, but you just end up playing against all the rest of the teams in and around you in the big 6. That makes sense. That does make sense. Okay. I'm with you now, mate. That makes much more sense. Much more sense. I'm getting really annoyed by the way state of the stream here as well. I can tell people are kind of coming in going, oh my god, the stream's crap, and then like walking out. but the content is quality. You have to remember that content is everything. Right. Right, okay, well, they're playing a pretty defensive formation. I think we can get at them here. I'm going to passionately say I expect nothing but a win from this match. Everybody loves that. And we're just going to get stuck into it. Because why on earth not? It's at Ibrox. We should thump them. Thump being, well, a batter would probably be the better word. I love the fact we just go attacking. And I can just play attacking and know that we have so much firepower in this league. It's just quite nice not feeling like I'm going to have to struggle all the way through this bloody save like I have with the Arsenal one. And pretty much any other save I've had. By the way, big news. Got a personal league network game, I suppose as you call it on this. Personal network game with a couple of very close friends of mine. Currently doing a Serie A save. I am Celta Vigo. I kid you not, yesterday beat Barcelona 5-1. 5-1. Literally, absolutely smashed them. It was my best ever result probably on FM. And just, I mean, like, I was literally all over the gaff. I was just running, commentating the full game with a Scottish accent. I really don't want to offend anybody, but part of me really wants to try it because, you know, I can't resist it. I'm not brilliant at accents, as I'm pretty sure we've all realised if you're a long-time viewer of the channel, or even a short-time viewer, you probably know I'm not particularly good at it, but I can try not to. Kent on the ball. He loses it to Lahara. To Long. Back to Polworth. This is just so mildly offensive to absolutely any Scottish viewers watching. Aribo on the ball. To Ojo. Ojo running forward. Pass it to Alfredo Morelos. They're diving little. Anyway, Kamara on the ball. To Kent. To Kamara. To Neil Taylor. That better not have been a shot, Neil. Neil. Kamara. Whips it. Go on, Aribo. Davis. Ojo. Morelos. Hits the post. Of course he does. Obviously. Why would he not? Thank you, Rachel. Yeah, my Professor Brian Cox accent. It will come back at some point. I really want a Culture Club to be brilliant, and I do maintain that at some stage on the channel, it will be a mainstay of the channel. I think the hard part is literally just finding the time to do all the sketches, because there's so much great content I could do with it, and I can't find the time to do all the sketches and do the saves. And it's just a bit like, I just really want it to be quality. As Morelos makes it 1-0. We are on fire right now. You just can't stop us. Hello, mate. How are you? You alright? And by that I mean Arnas. Obviously, I can see you in there, man. You alright? How are you getting on? Thank you very much for joining the stream. I'm so sorry about the state of it. It's just, I'm waiting for the internet just to pick itself up and stop being rubbish. But at the moment, it's not playing ball with me. It's just being a bit shit. So we're just going to have to... Oh my god, what have I done here? So we're just going to have to cope with it for the time being. I'm just looking at OBS now, trying to figure out how I can make it any better. And the only way I can figure making it better is to just get the bitrate up and then hope that the internet kind of piles through on it. But other than that, I can't really do much. Back to the game, because all I'm doing about at the moment is talk about accents and my internet. I've got a blade cut on my finger here. What's happened? Sorry, I was being a bit of a melt there. Ryan Kent into Morelos. It's 2. Right, okay, game over. Time to rest up the troops. Stephen Davis can come off. I'm going to bring James Garner on. He's not brilliant there. I'm going to put Aribo playing in there because I just like the idea of Aribo being quite good. I'm going to get Jonathan Lecco on. Let's get him up front. Get Lecky some goals. Come on, mate. Do me a favour. Hello, Ben. Hello, mate. You're right. Ever thought of trying a team from Belgium or Portugal? They have amazing youth academies and a lack of income. I'm always game to try any league. I've always found that I quite enjoy doing foreign leagues. Obviously, just being non-British because I am British. But, like, I just love the idea of foreign league because obviously it's teams that you don't know too much about. There's players that you don't know too much about. You can get really invested in it. And I love the kind of different regulations and stuff that they use. I think what I'm probably siding on doing is at some stage I'm actually going to, because obviously we are going to do a journeyman save at some point on the channel as Haribo scores. Well done, mate. There's no doubt I am definitely going to try and do a journeyman save on there, and a lot of it's going to be in like the European League. So, pardon me. So I do think, as in like smash my mic, I do think that we'll probably end up doing Belgium or Portugal. If there are any teams that you'd recommend me having a look at, please do let me know. Because obviously that would be absolutely great. I'm willing to have any kind of helping hand on teams that I suggest that we start with. Although to be fair, if I was doing a journeyman, I'd just start unemployed and then just see where we went from there. Oh, this stream is absolutely doing my nut in. Apparently the network's connected, it's absolutely fine. So what is the problem here? Come on, what is the problem? I'm going to go really low on the bit rate, and let's just see if that's going to not make it stutter. So apologies for the state of the stream. At least you guys can hear me and I can see all of your comments. What are the chances that Arsenal win against Man City? You never know. You never know. I'm tempted to agree with Hunter, if I'm honest. You know what City are like. Once City get beaten, like once, the team that's usually next kind of gets a bit of a beating. But then at the same time, if there's anyone that knows Guardiola and the way he plays and can think of a way to stop him from having his ways, then it probably is Mikel Arteta. I think that's probably the bigger kind of like subcontext of the game. Tomorrow, it's tomorrow, isn't it? Is watching how Arteta and Guardiola go up against each other, because obviously they are both, he's basically learnt from Guardiola, so they're going to play a very similar style of football. I basically would love Arsenal to beat City, A, because it takes Liverpool closer to win the title, and B, because if they win, you kind of feel that Aubameyang has something to do with it, and he's my captain in fantasy football, because it's a double game week. So, I mean, I'm hoping that Aubameyang has a blind. If he could get, like, just go near Otamendi, or John Stones won't be playing. I wasn't say go near John Stones, but go near Otamendi, and Arsenal are guaranteed to win. It's just the way that it is. They probably will play like prime Barcelona, to be fair. Anderlecht is a good option. I do like Anderlecht. My problem with Anderlecht would be that aren't they probably like the best team in Belgium though? So it's a bit like, if I could earn my stripes to be the best team in Belgium, then by all means I would happily do it. Because obviously I would just love to be, I'd love to have a go at playing in that league, but I also kind of want to earn it, and I don't think that going and starting as like the best team in a certain league is the way forward, because you're kind of guaranteed to win. I say guaranteed to win, this is me managing them, so to be fair, like, they could be absolutely terrible. Apparently the stream is a little bit better now. I can see that apparently the video input is okay, so I'm hoping eventually that'll turn to green and we will all be okay. Take a look at how Arsenal's doing in the save. I don't know if I really want to, because what if they're doing better than the way I did in the to be fair, in the first few seasons of our save, I was pretty damn good. They're not the best team anymore. They haven't won it in 3 or 4. Who's the best team there now then? Is it Bruges? Club Bruges? Or is it Ghent? Or Gink? It might be Ghent, mightn't it? Right. Yeah, let's have a look at how Arsenal are doing then. Go on then. Let's have a laugh. Let's see how Arsenal are doing. Please don't let them be winning the Premier League. Okay, they're 5th. They're 5th. But they are unbeaten in the first 5 games. So, it's fine. They've probably not played anyone particularly good. Okay. Club Brugge and Genk. Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. In that case, I might be able to have a look at doing it. Like I said, the journeyman save would definitely be me starting unemployed and then going on from there to see where we go to. I think that would be a great laugh. Do you know what I mean? Can you imagine me trying to pronounce, like, I don't know, Macedonian names or bloody Romanian ones? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's safe to say that my vocabulary in English is very good. I was an English student. I did creative writing, and yes, it is a degree. Don't laugh. And I've put it to such great use. But at the same time, like, when it comes to pronouncing anything non-English, I am terrible. As you can tell by my Scottish accent, I'm struggling to even do that, to be fair. So, I think it'd be great fun. Like I said, for me, I love like different leagues, different nations, getting to know different players, different teams. It'd be absolutely amazing. So it's something that we'll talk about at the end of this not at the end of the stream, throughout this, not particularly this stream, but the stream save, and obviously coming towards the end of the Arsenal save. One thing I'm definitely going to talk about is what we do next on the channel. A Valencia kind of guy. One of those guys that kind of goes, I don't want to go for one of the big teams, but I'm going to go for one of the teams that should really be doing a little bit better, but will actually win. Or are you saying I look like Gary Neville? Because I will definitely take offence to the latter. If you're saying I'm like Gary Neville, mate. But Valencia aren't actually my favourite team in Spain. My favourite Spanish team is actually Bilbao. So, because I love what they do with like only having Basque players, and it just promotes youth, and it's just a brilliant thing. So you may be surprised, but yeah, I can see what you mean by maybe being a bit of a Valencia guy. And trust me, Greedy, mate, I rarely ever get insulted by anything. Having no self-esteem makes you a much harder person to target. That's my kind of way of looking at it. I think I'm going to have to bring on... Oh, God. I'm going to have to bring on Ferguson for this game. And I've given Haribo a rest. Just, oh my God, we got so many... How is Jonathan Decker not registered? What have I done there? Oh, God, what have I done? Actually, I might bring Hadji on, move Davis back, and then we're going to get Ferguson on the bench. And then we'll keep it like that. Yeah, we'll do that, I think. Because we've got the game against Celtic coming up at the weekend, and let's face it, that's really the big one. I'm going to get Tavernier playing, though, because we do need to make a decent start to our... I wouldn't say myself. I wouldn't say myself at all. I mean, I am... No, I'm not really. My favourite... there's a lot of comments there, so I'll get through to them all in a second. Hang on a minute, I'm literally just doing the team talk for this game against Prague, because frankly, I think they're one of the best teams in our group, so really we do need to win this if we can. Yeah, they'll probably be seconds behind Arsenal, between us and Slavia Prague, I'd imagine. No offence to Partey. Valencia, AC Milan, Nice and Leverkusen. Are they all your favourite teams outside of England and Scotland, Guidi? Or are they just the kind of teams you think that I would like in those leagues? Because you're right. In terms of like which FM YouTubers are my favourites, I'll be honest. My favourite one is Dr. Benji FM. I think sometimes I'm nowhere near as funny as him, alright, but he is one of the guys that actually sort of like inspired me to want to do FM YouTube videos, because I always loved FM, but I think like, without sounding horrible, it's one of those games like if you're not really into it, I think you'd find it quite hard for it to be entertaining. But he just makes all of it entertaining because of the stories and the sketches and the way that he does everything. And for me, like, I've always tried to sort of use him as a sort of like semi-influence in the way that I do things. It's why I like doing the sketches and trying to keep the videos quite upbeat and funny. And same with Loki Doki as well. Loki Doki is absolutely hilarious. And I just love the range of games that he does as well. Obviously, FM is like one of the mainstays of his channel, but like when he did Super Seducer and all that, I mean, that was just like... It's just the absolute box office, do you know what I mean? So there's a few that I quite like. Shea Ojo gives us a 1-0 lead. Get in, lad. But yeah, Dr. Benji, 100%. 100%. Because yeah, there's a few. I like Lelujo or Kevin, whichever you prefer. Kev. He's pretty decent. Obviously you got Jack, Work the Space, you know, he's pretty good. Well, he's like the kind of like godfather of FM, the YouTubers, do you know what I mean? He's obviously the biggest one. I think he is still the biggest FM YouTuber. But his style doesn't really sort of, it wouldn't work for me, because I think like he's good at the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, because he's good at the game, he can kind of do the videos in the way that he does them, whereas like I think without I hope, well, Benji obviously won't be watching, but I think that me and Ben are probably in that element where we kind of like know that we're not particularly good at the game, and like the whole idea of doing it then is to make it overly entertaining by doing sketches and being funny. I just see like Benji as a bit like like the FM version of David Brent. Do you know what I mean? Which can never be a bad thing. But yeah, I mean, like they're probably the guys that I watched like the most out of all the FM YouTubers. I can't recommend some of the series enough. Like the Salford Story of Dr. Benji is just probably the best series I think I've ever watched on YouTube. So if none of you've seen it, go and watch it. And same with Loki Doki and his Journeyman series, absolutely hilarious. We've just kind of got through this game. I've not really talked too much about it. I'm going to take off Morelos because I need to keep him ready to not score in the game against Celtic, because we all know he never scores in those. So I'm going to bring on Jordan Jones as well and take off Shea Ojo. And I might give Connor Goldson a rest. Not yet. I'll wait just for a little bit until then, and I'll give him a go. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm really coming down, Greedy. They are kind of like the teams I like, but I mean, I could easily reel you off the teams that I like the most in the games. I think some of them would surprise you in terms of what in terms of how I feel about the leagues. Oh, hello. Maybe I can't. I'll bring Haylander on. I know he's injured, but I've got to bring him on because I've got to rest up Goldson for the Celtic match. Okay, I'll run through them then. So Scotland would be Rangers or Dundee United, but probably Rangers is my favourite team. But that's more to do with the fact that my mate is a massive Rangers fan, and I grew up with him, so it's just always stuck with me. Spain would be Bilbao. Portugal, Porto. Just because I like the kits, essentially, and they were the first like Portuguese team that I actually watched. France is Lyon. I've always had a big affinity with Lyon just because I love the way that they roll, and yeah, I just love everything about Lyon. I love the way that the clubs run. I love the focus on youth. I love the kits. I love the city because I've been there. I love everything about Lyon. That was pretty good, actually. Got 1-0 win there. That's exactly what we need. And we got 490k. So we need to make the most of the money that we're coming through. I'm afraid, Andrea, I do not speak Italian. I wish that I could, because I'd sound a lot better if I could. I'm glad Inter Milan. Excellent. Hang on a minute. I can. Maybe I can just type to you in the chat. Because I don't know if obviously you can understand what I'm saying. Sorry, mate. Sorry, I don't speak Italian. Wish I could, definitely. Thank you very much for watching. It's hang on again. Sorry, guys. Just I like to keep the dialogue with everybody. I love it when we all just sit here and chat. What other countries haven't I done? Oh, Germany, Schalke. Absolutely love Schalke. Absolutely love Schalke. Love the stadium. Amazing. Again, love the kits. I've got a lot of fond memories. Basically, teams I have fond memories of are the teams that I like. And I have fond memories of watching Schalke. They were one of the first ever German teams that I watched. And I just absolutely love them. Plus, I know he's not there anymore. But Brill Donald Mbolo, that man can do no wrong in my eyes. No wrong whatsoever. He is one of my favourite ever players, and obviously he is originally from Schalke, so that would explain why. Yeah, I know, Andrea, about the coronavirus, and I am sorry. I mean, I don't really want to get too much into it, because I think we've all just been bombarded with coronavirus on the news about this is terrible, this is bad, and yeah, of course it is. Do you know what I mean? It's just, what can you do? Do you know what I mean? There's not a lot that any of us can do about it, really, other than just try and stay away from it, keep it away from the people that you love. Just, you know, I mean, there's no real right way to deal with it, is there? What are you meant to do? Do you know what I mean? Hello, Vejos. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I'm hoping it is. What's your today's Champions League prediction? I think Leipzig will win 3-0. And yeah, Hunter, I agree. I think that football behind closed doors makes absolutely no sense. The whole point in having football is for the atmosphere. So if you take all the fans away from that, you have no atmosphere. Do you know what I mean? Like, the Premier League and, like, the games where you get upsets, none of that would happen without the fans. Do you know what I mean? If every game was played behind closed doors and, like, Man City were playing, you know, like, Watford, etc., etc., and it would have been at Vicarage Road, like, I'm pretty sure 99 times out of 100, City would give Watford a spanking. You know, because... Well, City always beat Watford, but it's also just that I know what you mean. Like, the fans and the atmosphere is what drives the players on, and what gets you to those heights that you need to reach. So I'm the same. As much as, like, it's about the competition stuff, there is no competition without the fans. There's no point in having it without the fans there. So I'm very much in agreement with that. Don't see the point of it myself either. We're going to bring Haaland back in. It's the first derby. I've realised, the first Old Firm, and unfortunately all my players are absolutely knackered, and I have no one to blame for that but myself. We're gonna have to bring Haribo back in, aren't we? We'll have to get Garner on the bench. This has not worked out well at all. Defoe can sit there. Do I throw Ferguson in at the deep end? I'm going to say yes, let's. Because we can rest up against Hearts, can't we? So, first Old Firm derby. We're not really at full strength, are we, really? Let's be fair. Actually, I'm going to get Neil Taylor back in instead of Barisic as well. Get him in. Actually, no, go on. Barisic has been playing quite well, to be fair. Get Neil... Yeah, that'll do. So, McGregor, Barisic, Hallander, Goldson, Tavernier, and then you've got Haribo, Ferguson, Kent, Hadji, Ojo, Morelos. Actually, do I really want Hadji in this? I'm going to Stephen Davis for the first half. I need Stephen Davis in there. He's got a bit of experience. It's what we need. Hello, Jack. I was waiting for this. You've joined in just at the right time, mate. Just about time for me to get beaten by Celtic. So, good of you to join. England, Arsenal, Italy, Milan, Germany, Dortmund, France, Lyon, Portugal, Benfica, Spain, Atletico. Yeah, pretty decent choices. Defoe will get a chance to play, yes. He'll probably get a chance to play against Hearts, I'd imagine. It's just because he's not really the kind of player that I would normally go for, because obviously he's a bit older, but at this rate, I'm going to need him, because I can't rely on Alfredo Morelos to get me through absolutely every single game. Away we go. Everyone but Jack, I'd like to think, is sort of cheering us on here, because this is obviously the first really, really big game of the season. And Che Ojo is absolutely roasting the Celtic players right now. Oh, that's not good. Go on, Haribo. Go on, Haribo. Davis, Haribo. Go on, mate. Oh, God, easy. Barisic, Ryan Kent. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. You guys have to forgive me, because I'm not looking at the chat for a minute while this is going on. Don't you dare. Eduard. Whee! What a save. Oh, my God, clear it. Okay. Relax. It's fine. Relax. Hang on a minute. I'm just having a look now. Yeah, I'm not going to go... I won't go attacking against Celtic away. Everyone else I go attacking away. And so far it's like done me the best. But today I'm going to go balanced away as Christie. Oh, you son of a bitch. Well, it's good to have you back, Jack. Mate. That's not ideal, is it? Brian Christie as well. Ugh. Right, okay. Go on, boys. Let's bounce back quite quickly. We need to. Go on, Tavernier. For God's sake, the amount of sliding tackles that are flying in that we're losing at the moment is doing my nut in. Ryan Kent is having no joy against Bayer at the back either. James Forrest. I mean, it's annoying because this is a bit like playing City, but in Scottish football, isn't it? Really? Don't you? Oh my God. How has Odsonne Edouard got 17 for the season? Are you kidding me? I don't know if the actual fixtures are like they are in real life, Jack, mate. I don't think that they're exactly the same. I think that obviously they're all kind of like randomised. They're not based on real life, which is why we are at Celtic Park today. And it's going well so far. I've enjoyed my first visit. I've really enjoyed it. It's been just terrific. I should have sacrificed the win against flipping Sparta Prague and then just put them all on this, really, shouldn't we? To be fair, we still won't drop below them in the table. That's the most important thing here. I mean, that is beautiful from Barisic. That is just, that is top. That's also a sensational tackle. What the actual F is going on? I know, mate. That header was like next level. What is going on? Are they all... What? Oh, flipping out. Scott Brown's playing, so at least we can guarantee they'll be down to 10 men in a minute. Well, I say that. He somehow always manages to... I can't cope with this. It's only 15 minutes in. 3-0. 3-0? Yeah, I've realised that about Edouard as well. He's obviously a bit of a wonder kid on this game as well, which doesn't help. This is upsetting. This is not... Okay. Hold the phone, Stephen. Go and... Have we got anyone that can actually play in the defensive midfielder position? No. Only James Garner. It's not playing at the moment. Right, okay. Haribo, can you just do me a favour, mate? Can you just play on a bit more defensive? No. This is, Jack's loving this. This is awful. I just looked at the amount of people... I know, yeah, mate, I'd literally be, like, ran out the stadium already. If this happened in real life, like, I'd literally just be... My ass would be kicked, and I'd be out the stadium before you knew it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would never be able to show my face around Glasgow. Well, at least in not one half of Glasgow, anyway. Ojo, go on, mate. You've been our best player all year. That is the sign of the best player that you have all year. Oh, that is... I mean, it's 4. Have we actually won a header? Can anyone remember when we actually won a header in this game? Like, I literally don't remember winning one header in this game. This is ridiculous. They're basically like Stoke. This is like playing West Brom. It's literally just set-piece header after set-piece header. What is happening? I am not amused here. I am not happy at all. This is embarrassing. Gonche, please, can you just score? What the actual is that? I'm struggling to keep it together here. I'm not gonna lie. We've absolutely bashed every single team we've played so far this year, and we come up against Celtic with 4-0 down within 40 minutes. I mean, it's humbling. Doesn't quite do it justice, I don't think. Can Shay, well done, Morelos. Your run against Celtic continues, mate. You don't even look like scoring. This is... Oh. This is... I know, guys. Well, at least we're making Jack happy. That's the most important thing. You know, I am here to keep the subs happy. And, yeah, well, there's no other way to be other than I'm going to get a bit aggressive and say, you guys are shit. Stephen Davis, get out of my face. Go away. Garner, on you come, mate. Sit at the back. Do me a favour. Just, please, can you just be an anchor man for me? This is killing me. Oh, fucking hell. I'm going to bring Lacko on as well. What other choice do we have, really? I've got to just try and change something around, don't we? At the end of the day, this is pathetic. This is bad. In all fairness, though, it's just we're still top of the league, so there's nothing to panic about. I wouldn't worry. I'm not worried. It's fine. Ojo, you've been shit, mate. Off you get. Let's bring on Ian Haji. Go on, mate. Do us a favour. Get us a goal. Make it look a little bit better than it is. Please. Someone. Anyone. I know, yeah. Top of the league. I've won every single game. First one to lose. Has to be to Celtic. And, yeah, the course of being sacked will come out. Well done, Connor Goldson. That's the first tackle I've seen you make today. He's meant to be quite good in the air, I thought. But I've literally not seen him win one header. Beautiful from Leko. That football there is superb. And great dive by Morelos. Just, oh, mate. This is not the time. Please don't be 5. Well. Yeah. Good. Let's just get through this as quickly as we can. Start the car, please. Just start the car. Someone. 5-0. 5-0? God, oh my God, it could be more. I don't like going defensive. That's not my mentality. I never go defensive if I can help it, apart from in Champions League semi-finals. Then it all goes wrong. What the hell? Oh, Jack's taking the piss out of me as well. This is just not real. This is not real. Still top, right? Just point it out. We're still top. But how the hell we bounce back from that is going to decide. I want to leave, Hannah, but I have to put myself through it. That is the worst game ever. You absolute bellends. Fuck off, Neil Lennon. Right, okay, I'm not. I've done that thing as well where we finally lost the game. Send the assistant. He can deal with this. I'm not going to front up because I'm Jesus Christ, we lost 5-0. We lost 5-0. Even I can't really believe it. And I never expect me to do well at anything. But 5? 5? I need a glass of water. Not water, I need a gin. That's what I need. Or a pint. Or what is it called? Tenants? Is it tenants? I need lots and lots of tenants. Actually, I do like tenants, to be fair. £1.50 when I met up at St Andrews. He was up there, and I went and stayed with him. He introduced me to tenants. Absolutely magical things. This is beaut. This is just exactly what. This is not really how I anticipated it going. I thought, you know what, we're in really, really good form. Tenants be juicy. Time to run away from Rangers fans for the week. Yeah, you're telling me. You're telling me, mate. This is ooh. It's not about the taste, mate. It's about how much you can get down you for £5. Do you know what I mean? That's all that matters. Hearts has beat Ross County 5-1 as well, so this is making me feel a lot better. We need to win. Pardon me. We need to bounce back and toot sweet. We need to get back toot sweet at the moment. Yeah, go on then. Play a higher line. Why not? We might as well. Why not? I don't believe that. That is embarrassing. That is literally... We've got Bate Borisov as well after this. But it's all about the Premiership. We need to focus on that. We have to focus on that. Can't focus on what just happened. I'm going to pretend that nothing happened. I'm just going to start again. Get off, Ferguson. Get off. Get off. Get off. On you come, Glenn Kamara. Please, mate. Do me a favour. Come back and save me. There you go. Haribo can play his normal role. Who do I punish, really, for the next... Steve Davis isn't going to play. I'm going to play Hadji. Come on, mate. On you come. Because, yeah. Oh, mate, that was savagely bad. Savagely bad. I'm absolutely fuming. Absolutely fuming. That's really kind of ruined my mood now, actually. I'm really hoping that we play better today. I'm going to get aggressive. I expect to see a much better performance tonight. Damn flipping right I do. Jesus Christ. We've got to make sure we don't lose the next Old Firm derby, because the likelihood is that Celtic are going to win every single game between now and then. So we need to be better. I need us to be better. That was absolutely atrocious. I hope that never happens again. Can we just not play them again for the rest of the season? That's really dented my confidence there, but now I'm feeling a bit hurt, tenuous. Where were you, mate? Morelos, where were you, man? Where are you? Absolutely shocking. No, I still haven't looked at the Morelos Investigator story, mate. I will have a look at it before the next stream. I promise. I need to have a look. But I feel bad. It feels like I'm digging up dirt on my own players, which isn't my style. But now I will. Part of me isn't sure if I even want to know. Do you know what I mean? But I can't really help but be slightly intrigued. What is going on here? We're not beating Hearts either. Mind you, they are third in the table or whatever, so don't do this. It's FMing me again. Oh, you're kidding me. I love headers. It's the only way anyone can ever score. I love it. Well done, Glenn Kamara, you absolute donkey. This is just killing me. It's okay. It's okay. They've only had one shot. They've only had one fucking shot on goal. Come on. Glenn Kamara, get your ass off my pitch. Get off. Get out. You know what? Defoe's playing against Bartek Borisov as well. I've had enough. Yep, Stephen Davis has come on because Glenn Kamara literally horrendous. Triple H with tattoos. Oh, what the hell? Hadji's injured. It just gets better. It's alright, guys. 10 goal. Jonathan Lecco is coming on. I say 10 goal. He hasn't scored 1 goal yet. But today is the day. Maybe. I don't know. Goes a Trequiesta. Go on then. I've never played a Trequiesta. I just want to give it a go and see what happens. Oh my god. This is just a nightmare. This is turning into an absolute nightmare. Are we ever going to win again? I say that, we lost 1 game, but I just feel like the stuffing's been absolutely kicked out of me. We've got to get it wide. We've got to get it wide, start shooting on sight. Don't want to say I'm panicking. Come on, boys. We've got so much quality. Come on, where are you? What is going on? Get your act together. Jesus Christ. This is not good, is it? This is not good. It's all gone to total shit. Ryan Kent, off you come. Jordan Jones is coming on. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, whatever. There you go. Have some of that. Why not? Ah! There you go. Confirm the talk. Oh, mate. Jesus Christ. I don't know if I can look at any more Morelos stuff. Because you're just driving me nuts. This is just... Oh, I'm angry now. Of course. You love it on FM. Won every single game up to this point pretty easily. 1 bad game. You're not going to win for another 7. Not going to win for... There, love it. They're brilliant. They only had 1 fucking shot on target. Only 1 shot on target. You absolute... It's just bullshit. It's just such bullshit. Sometimes I hate this game. 3 to 4 weeks he's out. Send the assistant again. Lost. That is my very adult way of dealing with things and dealing with disappointment. Fuming. Absolutely fuming. You flipping... Oh, dicks. Dicks! Sorry. Oh my god. Right, well, I'm definitely going to have a read up on it because it sounds too good to be true. There you go, Celtic at top. So there you go, guys. League's over. We go for next year. We go again. I can't say that again. I can't say that without thinking of Gerrard and the slip. Just can't think about it. Hearts have been Rangers bogey team. Well, that makes me feel slightly better, but not really because that was shit. That was utterly dog shit. Just... Oh, I hope so. I hope we do better in the next game. But it's Bate, Borisov, and then Kilmarnock. Oh, God. I don't even know if that's a hard game. I mean, they're 9th, so it shouldn't be. But I just feel like we're... It's not so much the fact I don't think the team's good enough. It's just that it's just the FM mechanic. You know what I'm talking about. We've all had it on FM where everyone's going brilliantly, doing really, really well. You get a defeat. And then suddenly you can't win for like the next 10 games or so. That is what I'm worried about. That's what I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling like it's going to do that to me. And I really don't know if I can cope with that right now. I don't know if I need that in my life right now. Sorry everyone, I didn't sleep particularly well last night, which is why I'm yawning. Oh God. This is killing me. Thank you all, actually, as well, for spending your Tuesday evening with me. I know that you've all probably got stuff that you'd like to do, etc., etc. But watching me getting beaten 5-0 by our biggest rivals, I'm sure that's pretty entertaining for nearly everybody. And I forgot to turn the autosave off, so it's auto-saving right now. God. I think this one will be a slightly shorter stream today. We'll probably stop around about an hour and 15. So after the Kilmarnock game, I think it'll be quite a nice point to stop, because I think then we've got some relatively difficult fixtures after that. And we've got St Mirren, and then we've got Arsenal, which obviously I'd like to save till the next save, because actually we can probably fit both Arsenal games into the next stream, which I'm sure hopefully all of you will be there for, because why wouldn't you want to be? Because we thought we got stuffed by Celtic. Just you wait. Just you wait. Who would win in a game between Arsenal and Celtic? Genuine question. Because I'm not actually sure. I'm really not actually sure. But I'd be interested to see what you guys think. And also, who do you think is actually gonna... I want to know, actually, from you guys, predictions for who's going to win the Champions League and who's going to win the Europa League this year as well. I'm unsure. I think my heart would say probably Liverpool would win the Champions League, but I think City actually do have a really good chance of winning it, because all their eggs are going to be in that basket this year. So I can see that happening. And yeah, no Morelos today. We're going with Jermaine Defoe. Morelos is getting a proper rest, and Defoe is going to come on. I'm going to bring Edmondson back in, because Haaland has not done much to make me feel much better. He's been pretty shite. And I'm also going to give Ryan Kent a rest and bring on Brendan Barker as well. And Haribo can probably get a rest, and we'll bring on Ferguson. So it's a little bit of a weakened team, but at the same time, like, it should still have enough quality to win this match. Let's not lie, we should have enough quality to win this match, really, shouldn't we? With the Europa League, I can see United winning it as well, which would be a bit annoying. Because I don't want United to win anything, but I have to say, they're looking more like a kind of team on the up now, but I could be wrong, but the way they played against City the other day, they were absolutely exceptional from start to finish. So it's a tough one to call this year. But like I said, let me know who you think's going to win the European competitions this year, because I'm not 100% sure. And Jermaine Defoe has scored, so Hunter mate, I believe it was you made the comment. There you go, he's absolutely magic. So you just never lose it, do you? Great ball in by Barisic, to be fair here. Where's been this over the last few weeks? Lovely ball in. Great finish. Have some of that Bate Borisov. Oh, yeah, no, that's a good shout, actually, yeah. I forgot about Inter Milan. Could you imagine if Romelu Lukaku scores like a winner against United in the final? Literally, just absolute scenes. I could not think of anything better if I tried. The man that they absolutely lambasted and, like, basically shoved out from pillar to post, and he actually goes and wins it against them. Oh, it'd be like bliss. Shea Ojo as well, by the way, just saying. Lovely ball into Barisic. Go on, mate, whip this in. Good cross, please. That's just shit, mate. That is just awful. Go on, Savannah. Go on. Lovely ball. Brandon Barker. Yeah, Barisic. Got a bit of time. Pick out a pass. He's done it, and Ojo. Oh, I'm feeling better now. I'm feeling much, much better. He still does. He definitely still has got a Hunter, I have to say, mate. He's been... Well, maybe I have to play him instead of Morelos at the moment, because Morelos isn't cutting the mustard. Alexis can't play against United, can he not? I didn't... Oh, what? Because of the loan deal? Yeah, I suppose Romelu can, because obviously his is a permanent deal, isn't it? Which makes sense. To be fair, though, would Sanchez really score against them? Probably not, really. He's just the biggest waste of talent, isn't he, Alexis Sanchez? Just... a player that had absolutely everything, and his attitude just sucks. Do you know what I mean? Like, literally, absolute world beater, but has just got the crappiest attitude, like, possibly ever. Do you know what I mean? Like, for a guy that's got so much talent, and has got a really good lifestyle as well. Do you know what I mean? Just talk about taking it for granted. Takes the piss. Go on, Kamara. Go on, mate. You were so bad in the last game. Ojo, Tavernier. Go on, mate. Whip this in. Go on, James. Whip it in. Tease it. Missed it. Shea Ojo again. Ojo's been absolutely nuts so far this year. Except when it matters. I'm not going to be able to get over the Celtic thing for a little while. I hope that you can all sort of understand why that's hurt my pride, if I'm honest, quite a lot. It's upset me to stupid levels. At the moment, Arsenal are drawing, so as it stands, we're actually going top of the table here. Go on, Barisic. They beat Bate Borisov 7-0, I think, in their first game. So if we can get anywhere near that, I'll be relatively happy. Go on, Shea. Go on to Ojo. Those two have quite a good connection by the looks of things down on that wing. So that's obviously something to kind of focus on a little bit. I might try and actually buy in Shea Ojo next year, because he's actually been that good so far for us. It feels like I do need to try and keep him in. Go on, Barker. That's awful, mate. Barisic, Kamara, Barker. Hits the post. Jermaine Defoe, mate. Jermaine Defoe. Just absolutely flying at the moment. Yeah, I'd agree, Ben. Like, in his pomp, Alexis Sanchez was just genuinely, like, borderline unplayable. Do you know what I mean? He was just, like, next level. He was so good. Then went to United for the paycheck. And just rubbish. It's not often I give City a lot of credit or respect or whatever, but I have to say, when they kind of like stood up to him, just when he was like banging on about how then he went to go to United because of the challenge and stuff, and it's absolutely bollocks. You know, he went there for the money, because that's the only way United can get anyone off City these days, just by offering them higher wages. And City obviously could have paid it, and then just kind of went, nah, you're not worth it. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it was actually good of them to have some sort of like restrictions on what they were going to do, because ultimately they're a club that's got more money than everything. But it's just, yeah, it's just one of the biggest anomalies ever what happened to Alexis Sanchez. I don't think we'll ever know, other than the fact that his attitude just flipping reeks. Yeah, I have no idea why Davis isn't playing particularly well, or Davies, whichever you prefer. We're going to bring Patterson on. I'm also going to take Shea Ojo off. He's not going to be happy, but I'm going to bring Jordan Jones on as well. I need to keep them both fit for the Kilmarnock game, because I need to get back on it. I just need to get back into winning ways in the actual bloody league, to be fair. Go on, Jermaine. Oh, I can't believe he's missed that. You'd bet his house on him finishing that. Didn't City want him? I thought that they did. I thought that it came down to almost like not really a bidding war, but I think in the end they kind of turned him away because he was just being a bit of a prick. Was my memory of it. I could possibly be wrong, but I just thought that was my memory of it. My overriding memory is that City and United were going for him, because obviously he worked previously with Guardiola, but Guardiola just kind of went, nah, mate, because you're pissing about trying to get more money and you're not really worth it. And ultimately, obviously, kind of proving that he's right. Just another thing that Guardiola kind of did right, to be fair. Defoe, back to Barker. Go on, mate. Go on, Brandon. Did he just Rabona that? I think he did. They gave me a Rabona. Right, come on. I'm so sorry. Go on, Patterson. Off we go. Kamara. Lovely. Go on, Jermaine. Hit it. Davies. Jermaine. Hey, there you go. Jermaine's got his hat-trick. Absolute beauty. Gotta say, can you imagine if Sterling had gone to United? Mind you, to be fair, Sterling wouldn't be half as good as he is now had it not been for Guardiola, and obviously he wasn't at United. So, swings and roundabouts, isn't it, really? This has been an insanely enjoyable game. I've enjoyed this. This has been fun, especially because we've just scored again. George Edmondson, it's 6-0. It's now Celtic felt. Much better. Yeah, the wages he was demanding were too high. They were too high for City, and City just kind of went, nah, not interested. If you're going to piss us about, not interested. They're good because they don't get mugged off often, do City, in all fairness to them. They're pretty good at sort of, when they want someone, they can literally just go and buy them. But on that occasion, I think it was good that they kind of stood their ground and then just said that they weren't going to be held to ransom over the fact that United were willing to pay stupid money for a player that obviously wasn't really worth it. There you go, Stephen Davis has scored, so now everyone should be at sevens. Sterling must have that doesn't enjoy big matches traits in FM. Yeah, probably. He's a weird one, Raheem, isn't he, really? I mean, of all the... I, as a Liverpool fan, have more reason to not like him than most. But I have to say, he has turned into quite the player. He's just shit against United and Liverpool, which is absolutely fine by me, because I couldn't think of anything worse than him scoring against us. I literally could not imagine anything worse in my life than Raheem Sterling scoring at the Kop end especially if it was a winner or something. Because he does score in some big games, but just not really enough. Like he completely changed over the Real Madrid game the other week. Bringing him on, he was absolutely brilliant. But he's just kind of gone completely off the boil, and I'm worried for an England point of view. I'm a bit worried because obviously, I think it's safe to say most of the time what's going on here? Excuse me. Oh no, what's happening here? What's going on? Hang on, I need to make a change. I'm going to take Goldson off. I'm going to bring on Katic. Confirm. Play. Oh, thank God. There you go. For a minute, I thought it paused, and that Celtic win wouldn't have counted, which would have been just terrible. Just absolutely terrible. Gon Barisic whips it in. Arsenal are winning, by the way, now. They're winning 3-1. So, as it stands, we're not going to be top of the group, I don't think, especially if they bloody score here. But they're not going to, by the looks of things. Pass in, Katic, go on, lad. Pats. I really, really hope we beat Kilmarnock. I want to take it to the last day. If we can take it to like the last day of the Scottish League, I'll be well happy if we can win it on like the last day or something. Brandon Parker, mate, that is unlucky. I also prefer Sane to Sterling as well. I think Leroy Sane has got just unimaginable talent. He's just so good. But again, maybe his attitude isn't quite right, and I don't obviously know what he's going to be like when he comes back from this injury. Injuries like this can obviously really, really affect a player. So, what a goal from Nathan Patterson. Hold on, that. This is his first ever goal for Rangers. I forgot he's only like 16 or something, 17, isn't he? We're 8-0 up. Just putting that out there, 8-0. So, Celtic will probably beat them 10. Please don't concede from a set piece. It's doing my nut in. Set pieces. I've just got loads and loads of issues with set pieces this year on the game. Sane wants to go to Bayern. Yeah, I mean it's a bit like when you get like the kind of like Brazilian Latino players as well, don't you? Or Latino players. It's just like they always want to go to Real Madrid or Barcelona because it's Real Madrid and Barcelona. Do you mean? And you can kind of understand it, but at the same time, you're a bit like, why would you want to go there? Really? Do you really want to go there? When you've got so many good things around you, but they just can't resist it. Do you know what I mean? They can't resist the temptation to go. And I think Bayern's like that for most German players. It's almost like that is the pinnacle. The pinnacle is getting to play for Bayern Munich. I imagine very similar to the way it was for English players, is that back in the 90s, etc., and even the early noughties and through the noughties, it was playing for Manchester United. Like that's the pinnacle of the English Premier League, of like the English game. It doesn't get any better than that. Do you know what I mean? I think maybe Bayern's like that for some German players. It'd be a shame for Sane to leave, because he's just a phenomenal talent. You never want to see phenomenal talent leave the Premier League, but ultimately, if he wants to go, he wants to go. We won that game 8-0, which is nice, and part of me wants to finish the stream on that, but we're not going to. We're going to keep going. We're going to play Kilmarnock. We're going to smash them, and then, well, I say we're going to smash them. We're hopefully going to smash them, and they will carry on. And yeah, Defoe was man of the match. Yeah, he got himself a hat-trick, and yes, I will play him against Kilmarnock, because he's literally just got a hat-trick, so why would I not play him? Gives Alfredo Morelos something to worry about, doesn't it? Because someone's got to keep him on his toes, because at the moment he's just being a bit of a lazy shit. So, oh, God. It's been a bit of a mixed stream, hasn't it? In some ways it's been brilliant. From a Europa League point of view, it's been great. From a domestic point of view, it's been absolutely horrific. We've had 2 domestic games, and we've lost both of them. So, it's just shit, isn't it, really? If I'm honest, it's just not very good. It's not very good at all. I'm thinking, actually, this Sunday we'll do, like, a mega stream, where I'm hoping that we might do, like, I don't know, maybe a 2.5 hour long stream. I think if everyone's keen for that to me sounds good, because there won't be another stream this week until Sunday. So we can get through like a mega one, maybe try and make it through all the way through Christmas and into the new year, because at the moment we're in October, so if we can get through like a couple of months, etc., then it's good, because we can speed up the save a little bit and obviously get towards like the kind of business end of things. So if you're keen for that, let me know. It'll probably be, I don't know, should we say 7 o'clock? 7 o'clock on Sunday? Sound good to everyone? I'd hope so. And yeah, no one wants to go to United now for the massive paycheck. I think a few players will probably go now, because I think they're going to qualify for the Champions League, and that's worrying me a little bit. Just a little bit. Celtic are now 5 points clear, so it's good. It's good. It's good. It's okay. There is no need to panic. There's no need to panic. It's a long old season. It's a long old season. I'm hoping that someone's going to beat them. And I'm hoping it's probably going to be us. Because at this moment, no one looks like they're going to beat them. And please tell me that Haribo is still available for today's game. Please. Yes, he is. Okay. Right. Take. I'm going to... what do I do? Well, I can bring on... bring on the big boys. Where's Haribo? Bring him back on. Ferguson was actually quite decent that game, wasn't he, to be fair to him? I'm going to get Neil Taylor back in. I'm liking the rotation at the moment, and then I'm going to get Morelos on the bench if required. And let's get Katic up and running again. He can come in instead of Edmondson. Not that he did anything wrong. And Stephen Davis can stay as he is because we've got Ferguson on the bench and he can come on and play in that attacking midfielder role if required. Right, last game of the stream. Let's hope we finish it with a win. I know him, Kabamba. Wasn't he playing at Portsmouth or something? Yeah, he was a Portsmouth youngster, I think. Pretty decent, but not enough to trouble us, I don't think. You'd like to think not. Right, assertively say, I want you to pick up from where you won last time out. Where we won 8-0, just saying. More of that would be brilliant. Come on, Jermaine Defoe. Keep up the goal-scoring run, my man. You are now my main man ahead of... Well, he's not. Morelos is still my main man, but it's 9. I think my chair just creaked a little bit there. So that's good. It's all falling apart underneath me, just like it fell apart at Celtic Park. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It's good. 50 minutes in. All the shots. No highlights. Yeah. Good. Oh, bollocks. I went for concentrating. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, let's just see if it works. Tavernier, go on, mate. Get that ball in. He whips it. That's poor. Well done, Goldson gets there first. Neil Taylor, go on, mate. Whip it in. Back post. Shea Ojo heads it straight at Brunescu. Bollocks. Don't let that be the highlight, please. Can we just nick this ball back and get going again? Brunescu, win it. Yes, well done, Glenn. Davies, come on. Come on, Stephen Davis. Ojo. Kamara. Tavernier. Yeah. Go on, roast him. Good from James Tavernier. Don't shoot. You're not quite Max Aarons, mate, I'm afraid. You're not quite Max Aarons. There's a reference for you all. Davis whips it in, and we can't score from set pieces, but we can sure as hell concede from them. Stephen Davis is over this again, isn't he? By the looks of things. Go on, mate. Let's just get a goal. Davis, Katic. I said we just can't score from set pieces, and we do. Mind you, it was from the second ball. Glenn Kamara, it's 1-0. Yes! Yes! Oh, bloody hell. Got to stop hitting the mic. A, because it's giving me a graze, and B, because if you're wearing headphones, it's going to hurt your ears. Lovely tackle in. Beautiful. Oh, hello. All over him here. Go on, boys. We need to make up the goal difference that we lost out to on Celtic, to be fair, as well. That's not going to have helped. Shea Ojo gets his 10th goal of the season. Not quite Odsonne Edouard, but not bad. What a mate. Lovely, lovely, lovely. 2-0. Result. Absolute result. I can't tell how far behind you guys are, but it looks like there's actually like a fair bit of difference, like a gap between the two streams at the moment. Like, I'm a little bit ahead, but at the same time, I'm still reading out all your live chats and stuff. If you are, of course, enjoying this, then please do drop a video, or drop a like on the drop a video on the video. No, drop a like on the video and everything afterwards, and let me know any comments afterwards. Like if you get any kind of retrospective ideas of where you think I can do better or where we can improve, and be gentle with me. Then obviously, yeah, just leave them there, guys, because I think quite a lot of people are really enjoying this series at the moment. It's still getting a lot of views. I think the average view time on it is quite high as well. So thank you so much, obviously, for tuning in and watching it. I'm loving it. I hope you all guys too. And it's nice to kind of get to know you all a little bit better. Yeah, it's nice having a big community and stuff. But obviously, it's nice just to kind of get to know everyone a little bit better. And then we can kind of, oh my God, Rory McKenzie, you son of a bitch. I did not need that, mate. I don't need that in my life right now. Can you just bugger off? Basically, what I'm saying is, I love you all. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm crap at saying it. This has been good, but also annoying. because we should be a lot further ahead. And as it stands, we're only 2-1 ahead. Either way, I'll take a win. A win away from home is always good. Ryan Kent, in recent weeks, has not been good. I'm going to tell him, Ryan, you've been shit. He agrees. I like that. Good to know. You know when you're crap as well, mate. That's what we all want to see. The hardest part is admitting that you're rubbish. Davis on the ball, whips it in. Come on. Go on, Ryan, hit it. Oh, he's just tipped down to the bar. Is it? He saved that. He flipping saved that, you... Oh, mate. Don't annoy me. He saved that. Beautiful from Glenn Kamara. Absolutely to nobody. Just awful. Please don't do this. No. 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 Go away, Kabamba. No. Going to go off attacking. We're going to go positive. Let's just calm it down a little bit. Stephen Davis, mate. You've been awful. On you come, Lewis Ferguson. Dear, mate. You're not filling me with a lot of confidence there, mate. Jermaine Defoe's not been at his best today, safe to say, annoyingly. Man of the match he was in the last game. Today, not so much. Not really seen him do anything or touch the ball. Might be time. Bring on Big Alfredo. On you come, mate. Do me a favour. Get me a goal, please. I just need to see this out if we can. I can't tell if it's an actual highlight, if this is just one of the ones that you get from like when you've made a substitution. I'm hoping it's an actual highlight. Haribo, Ferguson, good ball to Ojo. Go on, mate, whip it in. Okay, it's a corner. So it's sort of like a mini highlight, if that makes any sense. What's the 3 things you change in FM21 except for the match engine? That is a hard one, because I actually do think this is one of the... Most of the gripes I kind of have with FM are really just to do with the kind of inconsistency of the match engine. Because they're all match engine related. Like, oh, for God's sake, please don't. We're not going to win a bloody domestic game this episode, are we? This is a nightmare. This is an absolute nightmare. We're turning into the real Rangers here. I'm just throwing this away. Kent, go on, please score. What a bollock. What a save that is. Bollocks. Absolute bollocks. Piss off, would you save that? Do not do this to me. Go on, Ryan. Come on, mate. Put that ball in. Goldson, Kent. It's just like we're defensively now, something all over the gaff. Ojo, back. Come on, can we just score? I'll answer the question about what 3 things I'd change in a second. But, I mean, I've got bigger problems here. I've got much bigger problems here. Glenn Kamara's not having a good day. What do I do here? Got to get Jordan Jones on. Bring Jones on. Swap him with Ryan Kent. Put Kent up front, maybe. Swap him with Ojo. Can Ojo play up there? Sort of. Not really. Oh God, I've got real problems here, haven't we? Just get Ryan Kent as a shadow striker. That's what I'm going to have to do here. This is a nightmare. This is not what I needed at all. I was really, really hoping. I was really hoping we'd win this game. For God's sake. I hate the... Form would be something I'd like to change on FM. Because I have noticed that... I know that form is a part of football. But it does feel a bit predictable. And just like how much morale has to do with things. And it's just a bit like... The game against Celtic, right? I can understand it in this respect. Because they're your biggest rivals. You've been beaten 5-0. It's an absolute hammering. You'd probably be on the floor. I get it. But like... If anyone's obviously watching the Arsenal save, we've seen it in that. Where I'll literally be on a 10-game run. Where I've won about 8 of the games. Drawn 2 of them. And then suddenly out of nowhere, I lose like kind of 1 game 1-0. In which case I also most of the time get FM, so I've had all the chances, all the ball. They've had 1 shot, score 1-0, and then it's suddenly just like the team literally. Well, this is doing my nut in. The team won't win again for another like 6 or 7 games, and I don't get that. I don't understand how that worked, and I'm fuming here because we were literally so ahead in this game, and I'm not happy. I'm gonna get aggressive. You're not good enough. I'm not happy. We're 4 points behind We're 4 points behind Celtic. We started 4 points ahead of them. Do I have a team meeting? Can I have a team meeting? Can I have a team meeting? I know we can do a lot better. Yeah, good. The boys are on side with that. Gotta try and keep the morale high. Yeah, that's one side of it I don't like. It's one side of it I'm not a massive fan of is the morale system, because I just feel like it's. I can understand it being good. I just don't like it when it becomes predictable, and it's definitely that. Do you know what I mean? It's definitely predictable. It's so easy in this save, or it's just so easy in the game to go, oh right. I mean, me and my mate joke about it all the time. But he had it yesterday when we were playing in the network game. But like, he was 6th in the league and doing really, really well. He literally just won like his last 3. Got to the bottom team in the table, drew 1-1, didn't win another game for 4 games. You know, and it's just a bit like, that's fine. But it was also against teams that you'd expect to win, and that's what annoys me, is that I don't like playing the game, having all that possession for like the next 3 games, and it's almost like you get FM'd 3 times in a row. That I don't like. I don't like that. I think that needs changing, because it's getting to the point where it's predictable, and that therefore makes the game less fun, because you know what's going to happen, and you shouldn't have that. It should be a bit like a real football game, which is completely not random, but it should be a little bit more kind of, I don't know, just realistic. It's a simulation at the end. It should be more realistic. So that would definitely be one. Transfer inconsistency, I agree, would be solid. I find it a bit annoying. I think it will happen a lot more with like the big saves when you're doing it with the big teams, and I know that you get a lot of teams that have a lot of money, but at the same time, like, I've had it in a few saves where Man City, for example, and especially like United and City, even Liverpool, like, even though they don't sell anyone, like in their they don't sell anyone, they basically rinse their budget from the previous year, they'll still be able to go out and buy 2 players for over £100 million. Yeah, we're talking like 120, 150 million pounds. And I'm all up for like the kind of higher fees, because I think that is pretty that's pretty accurate to real life now. There's a lot of really high fees going on. But at the same time, I also look at that and I think that's also some shite, because you can't have that much money. And it makes it a bit like an unfair playing field, because I've had it in the Arsenal side where, like, well, I've qualified for the Champions League, and, you know, we're also a worldwide club. You know, we're actually probably a bigger club than Manchester City is. And yes, I don't have lots of, you know, affluent amounts of cash, but at the same time, I should probably get more than just having 56 million to 65 million pounds in my transfer budget every year. But that is all that you get. That's all that you get. And City there every year, it's like, here you go, it's 200 million pounds. And it makes it so hard to catch up with people. It makes it so hard to catch up with the big teams. That's what I think. In this year's FM, it would be, I know it sounds weird, but like, is the one reason why in this year's FM I was really, really hesitant to do a Road to Glory save, as in like a kind of bottom of the league to, you know, like a Vanarama National League North to the Premier League, because for God's sake, Ryan Kent's injured, because I genuinely didn't feel like there was any possibility that you would be able to win the Champions League within 25, even 30 seasons. I don't think you'd be able to win it. I just don't think you'd be able to win it. Which is disappointing, but like, by that point the gap would be so far between yourselves and the teams you're up against to win those trophies that there'd be no point. Every single player that they would have would be like a £170 million player, and you can say that, oh, that's fine, you should be up for the task and you can outdo that. I think it's incredibly difficult this year. I've struggled to do it with Arsenal, and I've built up a team that I think is actually really, really good. And a lot of my friends who play a lot of FM have said, yeah, a team like that should really be at least have won one Premier League. And the truth is, I haven't even come close, and that's because City and Liverpool And even now, United in the later seasons are literally just always right at the top of the game all the time, and their entire bench is made up of under £50 million players, and it's infuriating. We're going to play one more, because I can't have a day where we don't win a domestic game. I just can't have it. I won't have it. I won't have it. Jordan Jones is going to come on. Domain Defoe's going to drop to the bench. Alfredo Morelos is going to come on. And I'm going to get Johnny Lecco on the bench again. I mean, this has just been... Neil Taylor can come off as well, and we'll get Barisic on, because at least we know he plays quite well. Katic can get off as well, because he was shit. So, basically, it's Edmondson and Goldson at the back, or nothing. Yeah, FM also does hate Arsenal. I also have a theory, and I could be treading on some dodgy territory here. But don't you guys think that there are certain games that love teams a little bit, and they make it blatant? They are like the Alan Green of sports games. Like, you know that that Alan Green supports Liverpool, and yet Five Live always put him on the Liverpool games no matter what happens. I remember playing FIFA between the years of, like, I think it was every year since FIFA 2007 onwards. And remember, this is when Tottenham weren't particularly good. I remember every single year Spurs would always be in the top 2 of the Premier League. And this is when they had absolute shite players, and they'd still be top of the Premier League. And it was just infuriating, because you was just sort of sat there going, like, they're not even that good. Like, if it was like kind of like not modern Tottenham, but Tottenham from 2 or 3 seasons ago, 100% understand. But now, or back then, no chance. Do you know what I mean? No chance. But every year they were always in like the top 2 or 3, and I swear that a lot of EA was just like full of Tottenham fans. Like, I came up with the theory that must be what it was. By the way, we've taken the lead in this game, and we've hit the bar twice as well. This is making me feel slightly better, because I'm hoping that we can actually win this. Yeah, United probably would be the easiest team to win an FM, because you literally have as much money as you like to go and buy whatever team you like, and also United always do really, really well. You know, that this is probably the first year where I've not seen United just go ahead and dominate. But even like last year, when they weren't particularly good, and they hadn't been good for about 3 or 4 years, it didn't matter. They still, well, and Morelos, they still, like, would go off and they win the league, like, about, 10 times in a row? It's ridiculous. And I know that they do earn a lot of money and this, that, and the other, but you got to kind of, like, surely you got to, like, you know, kind of legitimise it and make it a bit more challenging. Do you know what I mean? But that's why I don't play as United. I don't play as that. That's why, like, if I ever do play as a big team, I'll always play as a team that it's still a bit of a challenge to, which is why we're at Arsenal this year. Big team, difficult, good players though, but should really be a bit of a challenge, because obviously there's financial restrictions on them. The board are very stringent with the money, etc, etc, so it's more fun. I don't like the idea of just going into it, buying a team, winning it, 3 seasons in a row. What's the point? What's the point in that? There's no challenge in any of that. This is challenging because we're probably about to concede another one here, and I'll be very annoyed. Actually, no, because we've got Edmondson at the back. We're going to be absolutely fine here. Going to be fine. I like their kit. I thought he was going to give the ball away to Morelos there. I love the fact that they're playing a bit like Barcelona, but yeah, that was very Barcelona. And Alfredo Morelos has got a second. And Jermaine Defoe's going to find it hard to get back in the team if he continues to do this. Well done, Alfredo. The player interaction system. What part of the player interaction? I'd like a change to the media conferences. I'd like a change to that, because I feel like every year it's just... It's still obviously like the best media interaction I think you can have in a football game. Don't get me wrong, I still think that side of it is great. But I do feel a bit like they need to come up with more options and more ways of saying things, and I think the team talks have improved slightly in terms of like the kind of variety you can get in those. I think they've got slightly better, but I'd definitely say that side of things could do a bit better as well, and this game is making me feel so much better. I haven't done enough job interviews in the game this year to kind of worry about, well, to know. Obviously, if we do the journeyman save, which I'm guessing is what we probably will end up doing, then yeah, obviously I'll get used to it. But as far as I remember, like, the majority of them were pretty much like just the same thing over and over and over again. It's a lot. I think it's slightly different I think it's slightly different, obviously, when you've been to clubs and stuff, because then they ask, oh, why did you leave them? And this, you didn't do particularly well here, but you've done very well here, and you've come with a wonderful resume, and blah, 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 blah. I was part of thinking of doing the gentleman say, but I'd only wait until I was offered jobs. Do you know what I mean? But then I think you have the problem then of, like, you could just get stuck somewhere for ages because of, like, payouts and contracts and stuff, and I wouldn't want that. There's a lot of things that you guys are saying. So job interviews need to be changed just to point over that. Players never get injured during pre-match training in FM. No, actually, not in the pre-match training. No, no, I can understand that. In the pre-match training that they don't. I was gonna say if it's pre-season, are you kidding me? They always get injured in that. Youth intake control. I think it's just too hard to do like a self-sufficient. Yeah, that is one thing. I think the development centre is a good step. It's a step in the right direction though, but I do think that it's. I mean, like it's been like that for a while now with like the with the FM regens. You don't get many really top quality youngsters as you probably should do. I mean, like. I'm sorry to keep going about the Arsenal save, but obviously it's the biggest save I've it's my main save this year, so it's the only one I've really got to rely and fall back on. But in that, we've only had one real, for God's sake, it's another goal conceded from a set piece. But the one player we've had from the academy that's been really good has been Simba Bentley. He's literally the only one that has managed to kind of be a mainstay in my team, and that's after 8 years, like 8 seasons, and the only player I have that is become a world-class talent from the development centre regen bit is Simba Bentley. Other than that, I've not had one player that's been able to kind of like stay in my team. We had a couple of players like Harvey Hart, etc., who went on to play for other Premier League teams, but not at a very high level. And I feel then that kind of goes to show that a little bit of work is required in that respect, because a team like Arsenal, where you've actually got a nuts youth academy, should be providing a lot more than just one sort of decent Premier League player over the course of five or 6 seasons. So I go along with the fact I think youth could do with a little bit of improving, especially when you look at like some of the other places and like some of the other teams, what they're kind of like churning out. Do you know what I mean? Like I look at some of the things that other teams like churning out in and around us. And like, you know, there's like just wonder kids absolutely everywhere. So it's it's a hard one to call, but I think it's getting better. But it's a gradual process. The development centre is a step in the right direction for me, I think. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm happy to hear what you guys think. But I think it's been a pretty decent addition. Nothing groundbreaking, but a pretty decent. There's a glitch going on here because now we're all playing in, or some of our players are playing in black. And some are playing in blue and white, and there's a ghost there. There's Edmondson's not wearing anything. Edmondson's a ghost. So oh my god, look! What is going on here? Leko's not wearing any clothes. I've got a naked football team. Or a team of invisible men. Well, we should definitely be playing better than this if we have a team of invisible men. Is this just me? Or, yeah, can you guys see it as well? What the actual... Oh my god. Literally. Like, no wonder St Mirren are struggling it is because they can't tell who's playing where on our team because half the team isn't wearing the right kit. Half of the team isn't even flipping here. What the... What the hell? What the hell? This is magic. Jesus, look at this. I think I see 2 of them on the edge of the box, but I'm not sure. Bloody hell. This is a new one. Has it? Has Ozil's on the pitch. Yeah, you're telling me. Just disappearing. The invisible man. He's a whole different kettle of fish in the Ozil. Just, again, great player, but what a mopey bastard. What a waste of talent. Good evening. He's got a lot to answer for that as well. Kamara, Morelos. I mean, we've absolutely battered this game. I'm not sure how we're not further ahead. There you go. Loads and loads of people to say about Ozil getting onto the pitch. Just what the absolute hell is going on here? I've never seen anything like it. It's beautiful. I love it. Morelos, please score. There you go. There's his hat trick. I can take him off now. Jermaine Defoe can come on. Thank God. Job done. We've won 5-1. And we've pulled back some of the goal difference that we lost against Celtic. It's making me feel slightly better. And we're also going to just about shade over 90 minutes of this. For God's sake, there's more highlight. Well, mind you, I'll be happy if we score again. But, I mean, this has been nuts. Like, this has been insane. I've never seen anything like it. Jones, go on. Go on, Jordan. Go on, mate. Don't shoot in the side netting. Tease it. Oh, Lecco, that was your moment. Oh, Lecco. Oh, for God's sake, there's another highlight. I can't believe I'm going, oh, for God's sake, when I'm 5-1 up. But you know, like, when you kind of just go, yeah, okay, we're winning. Yeah, we've won. And we're probably not going to score again. There you go. It's basically the same highlight. It's those things that we love about FM, to be fair. And there you go. Jordan Jones gets his 6th. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think I've got more than one Invisible Man. I think I've got 2 or 3 there. So I think, like, yeah, the Scottish FA probably have quite a lot to answer for here. We're going to be under investigation for a big old kit swap, I think, at half time. We've won 6-1. That makes me feel a bit better. We've now completely negated what happened in the game against Celtic, even though they've won 4-1. We're still 4 points behind, but we're 3 points ahead of Aberdeen. And you kind of have, well, I hope to think that Celtic will have a blip at some point, but I could be wrong. Brilliant from Morelos. Well done, mate. He's turning up the heat a little bit. Well done, man. It was beautiful. Him and Shea Ojo are kind of keeping us in it at the moment. I can't afford to sell them. I just can't. Right, so that is the end of the stream. Nice to end it on a good bit after we had 2 flipping defeats, which is a bit disappointing. But we're doing very well in the Europa League group. We are, yeah, I'd like to think that really we should be beating Slavia Prague and Bate. We should really qualify from that group. We're playing Arsenal twice in the next stream, which will be very exciting. And like I said, we'll try and make it like a bumper one. We'll try and get to at least the end of the Europa League. So we'll know where we're going to qualify and who we're going to play. And that will set us up actually nicely for the next Old Firm derby. So we're going to try and get through quite a lot in the next save, which will be Sunday at 7 PM. Mark it in your calendars. You're not going to want to miss it. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Thank you for all your support and all the chat going on. Lecco's not a flop just yet. He's barely played. I'm going to be playing him against Bate, mate. He'll get at least 5 goals. Don't you worry about that. Just absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the Arsenal save as it comes out throughout the rest of the week. Season 9, I'm hoping the episode will be out tomorrow, but if not, it might be for Thursday. Mainly just because, obviously, I've got a lot kind of going on at the moment with this, that, and the other. And it's a big window. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to record it tonight, but we will see how we get on. Hopefully I'll get a video out tomorrow. If not, it will be out on Wednesday. And I'll probably add another one in on Saturday, so at least we still get our 5 a week. I hope that is okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Until I see you in the next episode of the stream or in the Arsenal save, stay cool. All the best. Bloody Celtic.